Hey y'all, welcome back. As you can tell, this is going to be my Valentine's split tumbler, so let's jump right into it. I'm just starting out with a piece of painter's tape, and I'm just going to put it right down the center and then split it in half so I know where like half of my tumbler is. And I'm just going in and dividing the tumbler in half, and then I'm just going to cover it in painter's tape so that when I go in and paint my tumbler, the color I'm going to paint it on the top portion, it doesn't get on to the bottom portion of my tumbler. So I went in with Candy Pink. This is by Rust-Oleum. And you also would have seen me go in with the red paint, but I don't know what happened to that footage. I cannot find it in my camera. So I did go in with the red also after I did the pink. And after letting it dry for about an hour, I went in with some epoxy and then did some red glitter on there. And now I'm going in and doing the exact same thing on the top. So this, what I'm doing right now is exactly what I did to the bottom. And I'm just going in kind of with a heavy hand because I want to get some good coverage on the tumbler. And if you were wondering why I went in with a pink base, it's because this is a holographic glitter, so I kind of wanted some of that pink to come through this fine glitter, and I didn't want it to be like a stark white against the red, and I did end up going with a second coat of this glitter right after I showed this clip. Now I'm going in with about 25 mLs of epoxy. This is a 20-ounce skinny tumbler. And first I'm going to do the top, and then I'm going to go down and do the bottom. I did seal it with 2 times Rust-Oleum after I was done glittering, but I like to start out with the light color first, just in case there's still some loose red glitter on there. It just, I don't know, it makes me feel safer. And then I'm going through with my torch and just hitting it up a couple times. And the reason I do this is to pop any micro bubbles that have come up to the surface. So now I'm going in with my hearts. This is going to go on the lower portion of my cup. And I'm going in and sectioning off my tumbler. This is going to be like, I don't know what the technical name is, like a 3-way split tumbler. So I am going to cover not a lot, probably about an inch of the red glitter on the tumbler, because you will see later what I will do to that. But right now I'm just going to go in and I'm placing my hearts. There's no rhyme or reason like how I'm placing them. I'm just kind of going in with the different shapes and placing them all around the tumbler. So after I hand placed all of my vinyl, I did go in with a coat of the red. I don't remember the specific name, so I will link it down below, but it was red by Rust-Oleum. And now I've let it dry for about an hour or so, and I'm just going in with my little tool here, and I'm carefully picking up all of the hearts, which this is what creates our peekaboo. Next, I'm going to show you where I got my decals. So this is the name of the first decal that I got, and then here's the name of the second decal. If you have Canva, you can just type it in the search bar and they should be one of the first to come up. But I'm just showing you here how I made it. This is a personal tumbler that I'm making for myself. So I did mine and my husband's wedding anniversary, and then our anniversary that we got together, which I thought would be super cute for like a Valentine's Day themed tumbler. My husband and I have actually been together since high school. We were high school sweethearts, so this tumbler really meant a lot to me. But now I'm just going in and sizing my text that I put in. This is the font Country, and I just got this font from defont.com, but now I'm just going to go in and download it. I usually do PNG, but sometimes I will do SVG if I am going to place it as vinyl, but I'm going to do a water slide this time. Y'all, I have ADHD, so my brain is everywhere. But I did go in and spray my tumbler with 2 times clear Rust-Oleum, and I let that dry for a few hours before placing it. But this is just how I place my decals. I just take a little coffee filter, get it wet, and then try to squeeze all the excess water out. I'm going in for the other side, and I'm just going to do the same exact thing. Next, I'm going in with washi tape. This is glitter washi tape that I got from Michaels. It was in a pack of like 12. It was super inexpensive, but I'm just going in and then trimming off the excess here, and then right over it I'm going to put like down the center of that thicker washi tape a thinner line of black washi tape. I just thought it added like a little more personality to the tumbler, so I am just going in with that, and then of course cutting off the excess. So I'm going in with about 20 mLs of epoxy. This is a little extra epoxy that I'm using here. And I did put a little bit of sparkle dust in here. I will link it down below where I got it, but it just makes it sparkle even more, and I think it's just so pretty. Next, I'm gonna go in and sand. I used a 80 grit sanding block to sand. I know I didn't video that, but if you know how to sand a tumbler, that's exactly how I did it. And then following that, I did go through with my final coat of epoxy. This was about 25 mLs, and since this is my final coat, I decided to let it sit for an additional 10 minutes. I usually do this like on my last layer of epoxy so that my epoxy can thicken up and it just gives me great coverage. Now I am going to go in with my torch and try to pop any micro bubbles that have come up to the surface so I can get that glass like finish. And y'all, I am obsessed with how this came out. I love the glitter. I mean, just look at how pretty it is. Thank you all so much for watching. If you need any links to any of the items that were used in this video, everything is going to be down in the description box, from glitters to base colors. Everything will be linked down there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.